Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and tonight we're here to celebrate 4 years of Queers and Soaps. That's right. On May 15th, 2021, we launched the podcast, and I thought who better to have on as a guest than the co-creator, Aaron Wallace. How
Thank
you
you for
doing?
the introduction. Yeah, I think I need that in my life, just in general. Any button on my phone where I just push, like, oh,
Do
that
we need,
Sally Field
do
moment.
we need
Yeah,
to go to the mall?
we did 4 years.
I know. I
Oh
was
my
quitting
God.
until you pressed record.
I know, and then I was the first one to jump ship.
Yeah.
That's like you said, whore. Yeah.
So Aaron's been up to a lot with his audio dramas.
Yeah.
If you're new here, he created the audio drama Tomorrow's a New Day that my Greg is the narrator of.
Mm-hmm.
And he created a spin-off, Old Cove, which is the town that Tomorrow a New Day is set in, that just won an
Your
award.
Greg is also the narrator of.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
That's funny. That is a funny story.
I actually don't know how that happened. I'm like, don't they have a narrator?
We did, and then the narrator. If you haven't listened, spoiler alert: the narrator we find out is alive and wasn't dead.
So how do you explain the narration?
That's where Greg came in.
Oh,
because our goal is we wanted to have a different narrator every season.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Hey, Kenneth. But then the narrator we were going to use, who's also a cast member, it didn't work well when they're in the scene. So, to tell so we're like, we need someone. And then it was like, Greg. Everyone loves Greg. Louis Abernathy must be on this side of town, too. So that's how it happened. But yes, we did just win a LA Fest award. So
yes,
it was best sound design.
Yeah, you were nominated for 3 awards and you won 1. And I was so happy because Greg's friend Michelle is in Old Cove.
Yes,
and she was so excited. And then, like, for her heart, I just wanted you guys to win 1 out of the 3. I was like, just so she can say she won.
The big, we won an award. But the thing that has been the best for me is Betty Jean and Michelle, seeing them two live like their Hollywood life was the biggest award I could get. Oh my gosh, seeing those two together was so fun.
I kept teasing Michelle while she was getting ready to fly out. I was like, do you have your acceptance speech ready?
I bet she did. And it was probably a scroll where it was like, first she probably thanked herself because, Michelle. Love Michelle. No, I adore Michelle. She's wonderful.
It's funny. When Greg first told me that he was the narrator for Tomorrow's a New Day, I don't think he knew what that entailed. Because you were at that point, you were sending me the scripts to proofread and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, I'm just the narrator. It's not a small part. I'm like, it's actually a huge part.
Our narrator isn't just they move to the left or move to the right. No, you're a Mary Alice type.
Right. I don't think he understood that. He's like, no, I die. Sorry, spoiler alert.
You don't know that by now, then.
I was like, if you haven't learned anything, when you die in a soap opera, that's just the beginning.
Everyone still thinks Louis Abernathy's alive, and I'm just like, that bastard is dead as a doornail. The only way he will come back alive is if I sign over the rights to this show and someone else picks it up.
Right.
Oh, you love my shirt? Yes. I was feeling a little silly tonight.
Okay, so yes, you won an award for Old Cove.
Tomorrow's New Day actually won an award too. Is from Artcast. We won Best LGBTQ Podcast, so it was exciting.
Did I see somebody won for Best Villain?
That was Rick, who plays Sutton Abernathy.
Okay.
His brother. I think we shared that. Now,
Did we just get an exclusive?
Exclusive? Yeah, I don't think so. But after my
what's been released? I don't know.
after my grandmother passed away, and then my dog passed away, and then the writer's strike, we have been on season 3 for like 2 years now.
Maybe you should just truncate the season and start season 4.
I'm wrapping it up. I'm currently editing episode 7, and I got to finish 8, and then I was like, no, we're gonna call that a day. We're gonna have a shortened season like they do on television.
Okay.
We're working on season 4 at the moment, or scripts, not actually in production.
Okay. Are you casting any new characters?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Not at the moment.
Okay. So, are you watching Beyond the Gates?
Yes, and as on brand with me, I'm now 2 episodes behind because I got lazy last night.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I'm a month behind, so I'm gonna catch up. I promise. But I'm always like a week behind on soaps, even when I'm caught up, because I like to binge them, so I like to have a bunch like saved.
Oh my goodness, that show is so good. Like, so you got renewed for a second.
I'm behind, but I'm seeing the clips of everybody reacting to things, and I'm like, oh my god, it looks so good.
I have a feeling your favorite is probably one of these 3.
Okay.
Danny.
Who?
Danny.
Well, I love Danny before the show started. I love Carla Mosley.
Danny, Eva, or Dana Leslie, as I call her. I just put her 2 names together. I just call her Dana Leslie. I bet those 3 are your favorites. One of them has to be in.
2 out of those 3 are my favorites. Danny, Eva, and Nicole. I love Nicole.
Okay.
I actually do really like Leslie, but she's getting really dark. So I'm like, I was like, I don't know. If you don't have any redeeming qualities, I don't know. I
don't feel like she's going to have any redeeming qualities soon because that onion keeps getting peeled.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ooh, okay. I have a feeling Eva's not your baby. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing that theory around too on.
Yeah, I've seen like the twin theory that they might be twins, or that she switched the babies.
Yeah. And I don't know who asked me, but they were like, well, how could Nicole not know she had a baby? I was like, well, they mentioned fraternity, or like the clinic where they were doing all the in vitro and stuff. Maybe Leslie pulled a Vivian, stole an egg, implanted herself.
Yeah, but even Vivian felt a connection to Philip because she married him.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, you crossed me, you out." She put the chain on the door.
I know. I saw that scene.
Like, ooh, she wants you to know you locked out.
And I think the actress's name is Amber Michelle that plays Eva.
Yes,
she's so good. She better
get her. They better get her in a multi-year contract because
I know. Otherwise, she's gonna leave.
I'm just like, oh, please don't leave me. Please don't leave. But of course, Danny steals the show.
Oh my god, she's so messy. Week 1, holding a gun at a wedding. I was like, oh my god, I love this so much. It was so like Melrose Place for me.
Mm-hmm. I was a big Haley fan at first too, though, but now she's getting to where like she's kind of Haley Bill's.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, where she's kind of like, oh, Ted cheated. What? I'm like, girl.
I haven't formed an opinion on her. I need to know more about her.
You know who she reminds me of, and I think it's the bubbly personality. Remember Family Matters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I don't know her name on Young and the Restless, but I vividly remember who played Steve Urkel's girlfriend.
Okay.
Then later she played on Young and the Restless. She was a Shamar Moore's character. She passed away. She died of cancer in the 90s.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't know her name.
To me, they look like they could be related. I don't know why. Just one night I was sitting there in bed, I was just thinking, "Oh, you look like," Her name's not Myrtle because that was Steve Urkel's twin, who he played
Right.
cousin.
Myrtle. Oh my God. Myrtle.
I can't think of what his girlfriend's name was.
I can't remember either. And I love that show.
I do too. I was binge watching it not too long ago.
All right. So Knots Landing finally came to streaming last August on Plex.
Dude, how exciting. Did you binge all the seasons?
I would dip in here and there just to support. It was like a weird thing because like I was still on Twitter at the time, currently not because of the owner. But it was very interesting to kind of be in this like live event with everybody because it was just like always on, so you just like had to be either like constantly watching it or like something. And I just feel like that you never experience something like that unless it's like a sporting event.
I haven't had that feeling in a long time where you had to watch it live.
Yeah, it was interesting, and to see everybody's reactions to people that haven't seen it in years or people who have never seen it but I've always wanted to see it. And now you can pretty much buy it anywhere.
I know.
It was like locked up for decades, and all of a sudden everybody has it.
Congratulations, Lynn. You did your job. You did the Lord's work.
Right.
And you got it out of that vault.
He's still doing the Lord's work. He's trying to get it like released in HD.
Now, don't get greedy, Lynn. Don't get greedy. We got it.
He'll write Warner Brothers and tell them if they've messed up on something. Like they were missing an episode in one season. How do you sell something and miss an episode?
I don't know, but how do you remember like 40 years ago, 14 seasons, and you're like, that's like when I'm watching. Oh, Lynn, hello, Lynn. It's like when I'm watching any comedy show and they cut it and you get the syndication version. I'm like, where's the joke?
Right.
I remember that joke because I'm bad about that with friends. I'll be like, no. I'll look at John and go, they were supposed to say, and I'll finish the scene. Like, oh, okay, you nuts.
Well, so yes. So you mentioned this offline. So where are you on Knots Landing?
I might be an episode or two farther along than I was. I know.
3 years ago or 2 years ago.
When it came on streaming, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to start from where I was at. Watched an episode, like saw my CG come back as Kathy Green, saw a couple episodes, and then I got busy with something else or watching something else. And I just haven't.
It happens. That's why that's why I never finish anything, which Eric always like makes fun of me about.
The fun thing is, you know, you always talk about your Boom Boom shorts, how you love them.
Yeah.
My God, I got a pair. Now I'm in love.
For you or for John?
For me.
Oh.
I have 2 pairs. And I'm just like, ooh, I get it. I get why they like it. I'm like, I'm like Posh Spice now. Like these aren't short enough. Like these are too long.
You see why I call them Boom Booms?
They're so comfy. You know, I'm wearing them now.
Lynn, on your progress.
Yeah,
so speaking of the Abby scale, Warner Brothers have been dicks and they've blocked all the episodes because of the clips we put in them. So now if you want to listen to the Abby scale, you can listen to them, but you can't watch them unless you go to Patreon. I'm posting them on Patreon. So subscribe to our Patreon if you want to relive the Abby scale.
It's not like the clips were long.
No, but
I thought
because now they're selling it, they want to milk it for every dime that they can.
I think they would just build on the fandom base because we went hardcore.
Right. So are you watching anything new these days?
Are we talking soaps or just in general?
Primetime soaps.
Okay. The Righteous Gemstones, which just ended.
Ended for good or just the season?
Ended for good. Like unless they come back somehow. Nothing does anything end these days.
Yeah.
But if you have not watched that show, oh my gosh, it is so good.
I remember you mentioning that you liked it.
I remember thinking at first it was like a documentary. I was like, I'm not watching this about mega churches. Ugh. And then I'm like, oh, that's a show with John Goodman. And then I started watching. I was like, this is bonkers. I'm in.
I've never seen an episode, but I've seen previews for it, and it does look good.
It is very. I was just watching clips right before this, honestly, too. And every time one of the characters, oh my god, I'm not gonna say it, but she uses a different word for a woman's vagina all the time.
Okay.
And she's always like, I'm just gonna shave my, move to blah blah blah. And they're like, why do you want to shave it? Because it'll help me surf better. And it's it makes no sense, but it's beautiful and it's wonderful.
So today we learned who our new Slayer is going to be for Buffy, the new Buffy.
And she looks so young.
I know.
I mean, I guess, yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar was like 23.
She was 19 or 20, yeah.
Was she?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we're getting so old that now anyone young
seems like a baby.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're 19. You a baby. I get why people say, oh, you a baby when they're older people talk about younger people.
We have our first guest ready to come on.
Yes. It's Leah.
I don't have my Abby hair on, but I just had to hop on and say hi.
Hi.
I haven't seen, well, I guess I haven't talked to you in forever.
It's been a while. We were chatting a little bit around the election, trying to make sure we're both propping each other up. But yeah. But I mean, ironically, Aaron, since last time I was on here with the three of us, two big things have happened, and you guys talked about it. And who would ever thought? Number one, there's another soap on the air.
Yeah.
Number two, Knots Landing is available to the masses to watch it all, so it's kind of funny.
Not always in good
things
quality.
that I didn't think would ever happen. Let's put it that way.
Not always in good quality, though.
Right, but it's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
The soaps have kind of had a surge.
They really have.
We got audio dramas dropping like characters when the Salem Stalker was going around.
I agree. When you got people like Maurice Bernard saying to the public, gee, ABC made a mistake canceling All My Children and One Life to Live. It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They did.
You know, I don't know what to say about if NBC made a mistake letting Days go, but it's still with us. So, and I'm sure its streaming numbers are great. So
the only thing I'm sad about is I was expecting Days to go a little farther because they're not network television.
Right. Look at this.
Network so much more. I'm sorry. I still would love Marlena Evans to go, what the fuck?
Right.
I need that to happen.
Right?
I want my old Days. I like how it is. Don't change it.
You're part of the problem, Eric.
You are part of the problem, Eric.
Well, if Days isn't going to let people cuss and swear, maybe they could just open up that budget a little bit. They could have some bigger sets because, man, the sets on Beyond the Greats are amazing. So
yeah,
that would be nice. That would be nice.
Anytime I talk to anyone on text about Beyond the Gates, and maybe this is a little segment ideal for y'all, it corrects to Beyond the Gays.
Oh, it's trying to autocorrect you all the time?
To Beyond the Gays. I'm just like, well, it's on brand.
Okay, what?
Oh, well.
So
close enough.
Earlier today, I was trying to think of when everybody kind of first started appearing on the podcast. So Angel made her first appearance when Aaron and I tried to do this little segment called Soapboxing.
Yes, I remember that. I was just thinking about that before I got
on our
here.
end, we were like, we'll do this short 10-minute thing. It'll be like us auditioning people to see if they're good enough to be guests or co-hosts. And then we could decide if they were terrible, then we never have to talk to them again, and it's only 10 minutes, and it was the thing that happened.
And look what happened.
Look at your name.
We literally did 3 of them, and then I discovered that somebody else had something called soapboxing, and I didn't want to look like we were biting off of them, so I stopped it.
So does Tommy still assigned all of you tons of homework to watch soaps? And
oh no, now Eric does that too.
I think Eric has taken over the throne from what I've heard.
What do I do?
You assign people their homework.
You're like, let's watch this. Let's talk about this. I told Eric the other day via text, hey, I've been watching Mama's Family. I saw some of your photos of you dressed up like Mama. He's like, we should podcast about that. I'm like, oh my God.
It's funny.
Well, Tommy Gregg told me to podcast about my celebrity meeting. So if anybody's interested, I might do it.
Well,
I made a little fake Soap Opera Digest soap suds. And I was like, drama behind the set, and it has me and Tommy's photo.
Oh, I
It's like,
remember
long
that.
after
Yeah.
that, I was like, Tommy, I think I need to kind of back away a little bit. And I've had so many people ask me, what happened? What's wrong? Are y'all not I'm like, and I just like, Tommy had me watching way too much.
Right.
I was having to watch Sunset Beach, Days of Our Lives, and My Crime Days Were Alive, plus the specials, plus Savannah. I couldn't keep, I was tired. I was tired.
Tired.
I had been on the street corner in Vegas selling myself, and I couldn't catch up.
So Aaron, it sounds like you're pretty regularly watching Beyond the Gates. Yes.
I am. That one's really easy to watch, plus it's good.
Yes, it is.
I dip into days here or there,
Sure.
but
Okay.
Beyond the Gates is good. It's consistent.
Did you watch today?
Not today. I'm 2 episodes behind because
I'm 3 behind.
Ted 2 premieres this episode.
I know.
I'm 1 behind, so I'll watch today's.
People don't.
I'm excited to see Ted. I like when there's recasts.
So Eric came on in episode 12. He actually was our first Knots Landing co-host. He did the first season with us.
Yes.
And I found out maybe years later at this point, just talking to Eric, he didn't even listen to podcasts. I'm like, how did you get here? Like, how did you?
Very rarely listen to podcasts. Very rarely.
That was the
Melrose Place is the only one I listen to regularly.
Wait, the one with the couple?
Yeah. Oh, I used to listen to them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I dropped off of them, but I need to go back.
Well, they started only releasing like one every like 6 months. I guess they had.
They have kids now. So.
Yeah. But
I
don't even know what you're talking about.
The Melrose Place podcast. That's what it was called, the Melrose Place podcast.
No, I listened to the ones with the girls from Melrose Place.
Oh, Still the Place.
Still the Place. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Why did it drop off my Spotify? That's so weird.
I'm 3 behind on that.
Well, I'm curious.
Dana.
Hi, Dane.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. So this is Dana. She and I watch Dawson's Creek every week.
Yeah.
She's never seen it. We just watched Mitch die. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it.
Sorry, I forgot you were on.
I'm on season 2 still. I'm sorry.
Spoiler alert.
I ruined the series, and I won't ruin it for Dana because I don't want to. I accidentally ruined the series finale for my best friend.
Okay. Don't.
See, Tommy, no.
Yeah.
And I was just
I already know.
I'm sorry. And then I went, whoa. This show's been off the air for like almost 20 years. Ruining a show you should have watched earlier.
Exactly.
You should have watched it earlier.
Look, those rabbit ears needed to be rabbit eared because that's how I was trying to watch Dawson's Creek, and I couldn't because it was on 17 and not.
I remember being in that May was the saddest May ever in my life because Buffy ended, Sabrina ended, Dawson's Creek ended. So many shows ended in 2003.
Ended that year.
Right.
I remember that.
And we got the OC, One Tree Hill.
And then I was happy because when
that was a time.
What a
Thank
time.
goodness.
Desperate
Housewives too.
Right.
So,
And we might be getting another One Tree Hill.
Right.
yes.
And we might be getting another Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
Another Buffy.
Lane.
Everything's coming back.
Oh,
So
we're
yeah.
getting another Buffy.
You were gonna, yeah.
They're just like
So,
these millennials have been through it. Something.
We have.
Dana also started, I think, with Dynasty. Is that how we started?
Yeah.
Which one?
And then I was like, it was like, I wanted to date her. I was like, hey, I like your vibe. I was like, hey, I like your vibe. Do you want to do something separate?
We still got to do Dynasty season 3. One day.
One day.
Wait, so the last episode was the one I was on?
Are we
Oh,
talking-
Alright, we can make a comeback. We could do Dynasty season 3.
Oh my god.
That was a lot of fun. Wow, that
OG
dynasty. That was
Dynasty or New Dynasty?
Oh,
The original, the OG.
the OG.
They're
Yeah.
both great. They're both great. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I gotta go. I'm at work. Sorry.
Oh, Okay.
Just
bye.
wanted to dip in. Bye, everyone. Happy anniversary. Love y'all.
Bye.
Love you, Eric.
I want to take the like Shannon Doherty passed away, and that broke my heart.
Yeah. We did a tribute podcast.
I was like, oh, Tom. I remember our Brenda versus Valerie discussion, and that was a hard day for me because I loved her.
So yeah, ironically, everybody now pretty much that's on the podcast lives in Philly.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So like, except for Lynn and Derek.
And Derek.
But
Derek
Derek
is
is from
from
Philly.
All right, Philly, come through Philly.
So I'm in Philly.
Where's
a
in
lot.
soaps in Philly?
Did you
I-
ever?
Alcohol in
Did you
here. Who
ever
knows? Who
stay
cares?
in Philadelphia that much?
No. It also probably helps that Jessica moved to Philly. Well, she moved to the outskirts of Philly. So I had a reason to be in Philly besides the podcast.
That's when we did our first press tour. I guess.
Oh my god. So like 2 months into the podcast, there was some pride event happening in what was the name of that town? Allentown? Allentown.
Allentown. Never heard of it.
And he reached out to I guess the people that were running it.
I worked hard.
Whatever it was, we got press passes. I still have it. It's like this necklace that says Queers and Soap on it. And,
Very official.
yeah, we got to promote the podcast. We were interviewed. That was fun.
Nice.
Like, this is me. This is the
I
life
remember that
I'm
actually.
living. This is
So I went back and I was like looking because I was trying to make like a little clip thing for the anniversary, and I went all the way back to like our backdoor pilot. Oh my god! I felt I was
The one where you're yelling like this the whole time?
Yes.
my favorite moment of this podcast. Well, and yes, I'm included in it. This scene because it can't help it. It's just Tommy goes, "You did something different. Did you do something different with your hair?" I went, "No." He's like, "It looks different." I was like, "I washed it."
No,
Yeah,
I said,
it was one of
I
the-
said, did you wash it? And he was like, yes, I washed my
Oh.
hair.
I can't remember. Drew Barrymore had a moment like that not too long ago on her show with Ross Matthews. I was like, they
Yes.
stole our bit.
That's funny.
I actually need to watch that show. Like it comes on right after Beyond the Gates, but I'm like, no, I must focus on work. Can't do Drew Barrymore. Give an hour to CBS at a time.
So Dana and I also watched My So-Called Life.
we
Oh.
did.
Yeah.
We did.
It was a special kind of torture.
Good torture or bad torture?
I absolutely hated Claire Danes' character. I hated her so much. I'm kind of a resident hater on main characters in these podcasts. Like I seem to
I
like
hate Dawson.
I hate them both. I hate Dawson and I hate
Oh no, everyone hates Dawson Gray. Back in the day when we were watching it, we were like, why isn't this show called Joey's Creek?
right.
We
Well,
hated
I mean,
Dawson.
Pacey's Creek would have been better. I'm
Yeah.
Pacey every day.
It
all
could have been
day.
anybody's. It could have been Graham's Creek, and it would have been better.
Right? Graham's Creek. I would have watched it. I wanted a spin-off. I wish they didn't like that the filmmaker, the guy, I can't remember his name. I wanted to spin off, I want to spin off between him and Graham. Like on
Oh,
a
yeah.
special, like side show, just their love story. I would die for that.
That's awesome.
I haven't watched that show in forever.
I couldn't
Uh,
remember who you liked. I was like, I feel like Aaron likes Dawson, but I couldn't remember.
No, I was always a Jen fan,
Okay.
and a lot of people didn't like. A lot of people always like the girls that.
yeah.
The one episode I saw of Dawson's Creek, I really liked Jen. and that was
Right.
my only episode I saw was when Jen and this girl was drinking. I forgot the girl's name, but I know you two have seen this episode.
Abby.
Abby,
Abby.
yes.
Oh,
She falls off the pier.
When they killed her, I was, oh,
Lynn, have you seen it?
It's all blurring together. I'm gonna forget these names the minute we're offline again. It's already.
Lynn's fasting and hungry.
season 2 and season 6 of Dawson's Creek are their best, in my opinion.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love season 3.
See,
And even though season 4 tortured us to death, I love it because of PC and Joey.
4 and 5 were torture. Oh my god, 4 and 5.
I
were
really
torture.
don't know if I can like season 4 anymore, or well, maybe it's more like season 5. Wait, what season are we in now? 6?
5.
5. Okay, so season 4, I don't know if I can like it anymore because it's like it feels like a waste.
Yeah.
They led us down a primrose path of fine, and then they fought the entire season, and then they break up. Spoiler alert. Break up. And it's like, wow, we went through all that for literally nothing. Wonderful.
Well,
Yeah.
we still have 2 seasons, so maybe it wasn't for nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I mean, like, it's probably going to get way juicier now that they're like in college.
No, I wouldn't know about that. I wouldn't say that, but
They literally
Honestly,
ran like hell.
I don't remember a lot about the college years, so it's like watching it brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, what we just watched, I remembered. Dana was sobbing. It was. I actually felt bad that I did that to her.
But Tommy and Aaron, being the completest you are, I bet you own all the DVDs for the whole
oh
series.
yeah, I even own the little special series finale DVD.
Yeah, me
Damn.
too. With the
Ooh.
extended cut.
I got that as soon as it came out. I went to
Yeah,
the
me
store.
too.
Like, boop.
Because at that point, none of the seasons were out, and then they released
No.
the 3rd season.
And shows were really bad about at that time doing the series finale DVDs. Friends had one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will and Grace had one.
Will and Grace the first time around had one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So I remember, yeah, I had to own that because to me it wasn't because I wanted to see. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. She's not in the edit cut. Audrey is in the extended version.
Okay.
Shh, don't say anything more. Stop talking.
Oh, you know what?
No, stop talking. Stop talking.
Stop looking.
Stop talking about Dawson's Creek.
It is impressive sometimes, though, when they put a little bit of extra on these DVDs, because I know with Felicity, don't worry, Tom and I are only on season 6 of episode 6 of season 1. We'll finish that 2 lifetimes from now.
When do we start that? 2022, 23.
Right. But anyhow, the last season of Felicity, they had an extra clip on there that explained something about the finale that wasn't aired on TV. So I get it. It's like you got to buy those things just to kind of get that and see what hit the cutting room floor.
Right.
I still,
See if you get this uploaded on YouTube.
I still bet you could finish all of Felicity before I finish Knox Landing.
Oh
And
yeah.
Only 4
Well,
seasons.
let's put it this way.
It's only the length of a college.
We're 2/3 of the way through season 7, and it's a 14-episode season. So we're almost halfway there in 4 years' time. We'll see if it takes another 4 years. We got to step up our game, Tommy, to finish it in that amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we could probably finish talking about Felicity before Aaron will get the chance to watch all of Knots Landing. But you're a busy guy. I get it. Hopefully,
I ain't
you know,
that busy.
well, are you getting some inspiration maybe from some of the things that you're seeing on Beyond the Gates that make you go, "Ooh, I kind of like what happened here. I like this character."
This is one reason why I try not to listen to the other audio dramas is I don't want anyone to say, "Oh, we did that."
Okay.
So that's why Aaron did. So when it comes to soaps, I try to watch them, and
Sure.
I'll jump into other like audio. I'll check out some stuff. But I try not to listen to the full storyline.
Got it.
But I also want to say I understand now why actors are like, I don't watch my own show. When you're making it, I'm sorry, Ian from the Vampire Diaries. When I judged you, and you're like, no, I don't watch Vampire Diaries. You know, I get it. It's hard.
Right?
I'm still thinking about Savannah because Tommy and I were doing Savannah there for a while,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I haven't finished it, and I'm still thinking about it. So see, even the shows we haven't finished, they're still in my mind.
Funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about Sunset Beach and not making it to the trial with who killed what's his name.
Oh, we're way past that. We're like 100.
Yeah, you guys are past that.
Well, I'm not. Tommy was my supplier. when I jumped ship, my supplier left.
I cut the supply off. Yeah.
But here is the good news still do talking about all these soaps, and we sure talk about plenty of them that are no longer with us, but it's good news to see that Beyond the Gates got the season 2 pickup already too. So that was good soap press to read this past week too.
I was like, you're giving Bold and the Beautiful a 3-year renewal, and you haven't even said anything to Beyond the Gates. I was a little
Right. You're going to have to hit your buddy Jerry O'Connell up, Aaron, and since he's not doing the talk, see if he wants to be on Beyond the Gates. Or on Tomorrow's a New Day or Old Cove if he wants to guest spot.
See, that was another highlight of this
You're
show.
Old Cove.
Yeah.
I know you're Tomorrow's a New Day, but I didn't realize you were Old Cove too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Old Cove is kind of like what Port Charles was to General Hospital.
There you go.
So
there's vampires.
No.
yeah, there's no vampires. We haven't taken the supernatural route.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, I have been watching Dark Shadows.
The old one or
Yes, the old one, and by God, it's good. Even though it's a little, you can tell it's slower.
Right.
Because back then, it, would have been.
are you watching the Barnabas years or did you start it from the beginning?
I started from the beginning, girl.
Wow.
So I'm tired. Like I finally got to triple digits and went, thank God, how much. I messaged someone I know that watches it. I was like, how much longer till Burke is
Barnabas.
done? Because
I think he comes in like 200 and something.
I know I've got like 100 more episodes to go.
Wow.
At least it's only a
At
20
least we're getting some ghosts. We're getting some ghosts. So.
So I have plans for Dana.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna make her watch One Tree Hill.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
make her watch One Tree Hill.
Then I want
She
to
thinks
be,
that she's been devastated by love before she hasn't even seen anything.
girl. You don't know nothing.
You are about to get in some shit.
Oh, I'm excited. It's really funny because when he pitched Dawson's Creek to me, I thought to myself oh, I knew of the show. Obviously, it was the most popular one of the popular shows during my teen years. So but I was that emo kid, and Dawson's Creek was the cool kid, preppy kid show.
Right.
I was oh, I get to relive all of my teenage years again, but on the preppy side. In that same echelon. So it's oh boy, let's just continue on this journey.
Well,
I can't wait to hate the main character.
Yes.
you won't hate the main characters on One Tree Hill.
Oh,
You
yeah.
won't. Even the side characters you will love. And
Okay.
then the character you do hate, you hate because you love to hate him.
Love to hate. Oh, I love
Um,
to hate stuff.
It might not be until 2026 because we still have 2 seasons of Dawson to get through, but that's the next plan.
Well,
We're doing pretty good. We're doing 2 episodes of
Mhm.
recording now at a time, so I think we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
when you get there, I want the Heather Locklear
look,
special
Candace is here.
treatment.
Hi, Candace.
Candace!
But I don't know if you heard me. When you get to One Tree Hill, I want that Heather Locklear special guest treatment. I want to come on.
I'll text you the episodes that we're watching, and then you can decide if you want to pop on.
I was gonna say
And that side. You know, I don't even have to think about it. I'm there. Ooh, look who's back. I'm trying to see
Our
her-
contracts.
Oh god.
I was trying to see any of my One Tree Hill stuff. I'm a hardcore fan. I got tattoos.
Boom.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he has
Okay.
tattoos that have
That's
to do
a
with
lot of
the
And let me tell you, this right here, this one
You
scared
just-
me to death when what came out about the creator.
Uh-huh.
I was like, that bastard ruined. I gotta look at it. But then the girls started their podcast, and
Mhm.
all was good in the world.
Listen, Joss Whedon's not going to ruin Buffy for me. Mark Schwann's not going to ruin One Tree Hill for me.
Exactly. Well, we
Exactly.
don't say their names. Don't even put their names in the universe.
They're like Voldemort. You don't say them. They don't exist.
Here's how much I love One Tree Hill too, though, Dave.
I got him going.
Not only did I visit there during season 5, season 6, and got to see the sets.
Oh wow.
My husband and I later went driving around during COVID because you couldn't do nothing. So I was like, let's go to Wilmington.
Okay.
Nothing looks the same, but I'm still like, this piece of grass, that's where the basketball court was.
Whoa.
Oh
This
yeah, they got rid of the river court.
Was Brooks Store Karen's Cafe.
Oh,
Big tent that's over that bridge is where the bridge is. It's in the beginning
It's
title.
the bridge.
But when we went there, they were filming some kind of Hallmark movie or something. So like the bridge
Oh,
was
boo. Just
covered
kidding.
in like this big old like balloon thingy. Candace knows. Candace knows.
He knows.
My dogs were named after Sophia Bush and Brooke.
Speaking of Candace, do you remember well, you can't speak right now, but Aaron, do you remember the night that we were on the phone with Candace for like 3.5 hours?
Talking about the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh my.
Yeah, she got me in the chat too. Miss you, Candace. I have work.
I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be talking about the Mickey Mouse Club with 2 other adults until like 3 in the morning.
It wasn't 3 in the morning, it was 1 in the morning.
But it did get me around to that song, What Goes Around Comes Around.
Mm-hmm.
And I had forgotten about that song.
By Giggles.
But it's on my phone
That was
now.
on One Life to Live anniversary.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Oh, I have to. If it's the same one, oh my gosh, that song has been playing in my head for
From
however long many years that anniversary was. It was like 98, 99 anniversary, whatever that one was.
that song is from like the late 80s, early 90s, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure they reused it. They used it for something.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
remember when One Life to Live did their musical episode and they did Battlefield, Jordan Sparks song.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Oh, loved it.
Aaron, you got into Doctor Who, right?
I did. I am a Doctor Who fan.
So am
You're
I
a
now.
Nubian.
Yes. And I got up to I finished Matt Smith.
I just finished my first season of Matt Smith, so I'm in season 6.
Okay. Oh,
That's how I got into it.
I will say though,
people.
was he the 10th? Who? The one before Matt Smith, David Tennant.
David Tennant, literally 10.
He
She
ruined.
knows that our MMC talk.
He ruined Doctor Who for me because he is the best Doctor in my opinion.
I was like, ooh, let's hanging on that last word there.
When they moved on, I was like, okay, I
Okay.
get it. No.
Can we talk about how my heart broke because of Rose?
Tommy has had his same, like, we call it this Doctor Who cycle. Most of the time you go through like a denial, then you like get into an anger. It's like going through the stages of grief. Like you're like, first you're like, it's not happening, I don't want it to happen, I hate it happening, and you're like, this person will never be my doctor, I'll never accept them, and then they do something that like makes them kind of doctory, and you're like, all right, maybe they're like a little bit my doctor, but like David's still my doctor, like I don't need anyone. Yes, absolutely, both of them are like the top notch. And then next thing you know, you're falling in love with them, and then the cycle starts all over again.
So originally I would stop Dawson's Creek where I knew there would be a cliffhanger just to torture Dana a little bit to show
Yes.
me more.
Yes.
Don't worry, because she knew I was watching Doctor Who. She's like, you'll get yours. So then when something sad would happen, I'd text her and she'd be like, what happened? Did that make you sad? Are you crying?
You
You want to get her
That
back?
hurt your feelings?
You want to get her back? Watch the end of season 3 of One Tree Hill. And
Oh,
then
it's coming.
smile.
No, don't spoil it.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that to torture. I'm doing that because it's a great show.
Because when the season finale of One Tree Hill season 3 happened, it was when the WB was going off the air.
Thank you.
CW was coming around. So we didn't know if it was going to be renewed or what. So for 3 months, we waited and waited. I remember checking TV Line or whatever it was every day, just looking for a news article. I was like a junkie trying to get a fix. Like,
There's got to be something.
I
Oh
think
my God.
that's when the CW
Search.
came around. I think that's
Yeah.
when the WB ended. So like you
Yeah.
weren't sure.
They merged with UPN.
Yeah, they like cherry picked certain shows that they were gonna bring over.
well, and the
Last season, Seventh Heaven was a mess.
Well, Seventh Heaven was canceled, and then I guess they needed.
And then they brought it back, and then they only had like 3 cast members.
they brought it back because the ratings for the last episode were so good, and I was like, series finale, yeah.
Series finale.
Right,
I mean,
people want to see how
we
it
never
ended.
knew MASH because of MASH is not a soap opera. We never knew MASH because it had the best ratings ever.
One last thing about here's how into Doctor Who I got. I buy merch now too.
Mhm.
I started playing Magic so I could buy the Doctor Who cards.
Oh my god!
Oh, nice.
My husband has a couple sets. He has the number 10 set.
Oh,
Like,
I got them all.
yeah.
Do you
I
even play
was like-
Magic anymore?
Gluttony a little bit happening there, Aaron, I think.
Well,
Well, neither does my husband. Really. He got into it, has all the stuff, of course, classic, like get everything, and then like now I just have it to look at.
It's right there next to my Gilmore Girl mug from Liz, which is right there next to my Bob makeup sponge. That I mainly bought just because Bob is the cutest effing thing ever from Beetlejuice.
You're a product marketer's dream.
I am. I am the checkout counters fantasy where they're like those impulse buys.
Thank God
So,
you don't watch QVC because I
Oh,
just feel like
I'd be in trouble.
Mhm.
I would
Don't
be-
do it. I've lost many family members to QVC. They
because I got into Westmore beauty products too for a while.
Mhm. I remember that phase.
Phases. That's my downside. I get into phases. And, like I think seasons. I rewatch.
And then you're
season-
like, oh, shiny wall.
Aaron's on Instagram and scrolling, and every third ad, oh, look at this.
that is what happens. Because
That's
I got
great
into
now.
Sailor Moon not too long ago.
Sailor Moon, it raised me.
It's funny
I
you
am a
say that
Sailor
because when I was with Dana in the city, we saw some Sailor Moon stuff, and then I found Sailor Moon online.
I have a whole set of like action figures over here.
I want Sailor Mercury, so she's my favorite because I like a smart person.
Me too. She was my number one.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
I will sing along to the theme song. It's in Japanese, and I don't know what it means. I love the thing. I have it on my phone because
Miracle Romance, yes.
I found versions with the American theme song that we heard growing up.
Fighting evil by moonlight.
So I've been watching those. Well, I haven't watched them in a while. But,
Never run.
Never running from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon.
so, Angel, when you first did soapboxing, I remember I reached out to you and I was like, you had said that you really liked the theme song to Models Inc. And
Yes.
I promised this girl in 2021 that we were going to watch Models Inc. eventually. We're going to hold true to that promise. It might be 2027, but
Bro, we gotta get through 90210
we're
first.
finally working our way through 90210. We watch 90210 once a week, every Tuesday. So if you want to hop on, Aaron, you can. And we're almost at Melrose Place, so eventually we will be to Models Inc.
I'm trying. There was something. I don't know who's covering it. Someone of your hosts is covering it. And I can't remember what show it was, but it was one I always wanted to do. And Tommy always said, "We'll get to it. We'll get to it." And I'm like, "Oh, you finally got to it."
What show is
I'm
it?
there, but
You couldn't have wanted me to do it that bad if you can't remember what it was.
it may have been Santa Barbara
We started.
Oh, with
there.
Eric.
or footballers' wives.
Oh.
That sounds like
Yeah.
Eric. Yes,
But I'm not doing that.
No,
Um,
Eric and Bevan are
Eric and
doing
Bevan
that.
are doing that.
Doesn't matter. It's on Queers and Soaps, so you're doing it.
I sent,
It's your umbrella.
Branches
I
off.
sent you the links to watch the episode.
I know. I was so excited too, and then I clicked on that link, and they didn't have the 2 seasons I needed.
Oh, I thought they had everything.
They might now. I'll have to recheck, but when they
Oh, all right.
when you sent it, they did it. I was like, I have those DVDs. I want the one with Joan Collins in it.
Right? And I don't think that's out on DVD still.
No.
I was so close to buying a region-free DVD player just so I could start importing DVDs from the UK or Australia.
I mean, I used to buy Bold and the Beautiful DVDs in German because they didn't sell
And
them.
now you can find it everywhere.
Yeah.
Now they're
Right.
on YouTube.
So, Aaron, you had mentioned before we started the podcast, you said, I think you were saying you were watching The Footballers' Wives, and you're like, it was weird watching Queers and Soaps, but you weren't on it. And I was like, yeah, I have feelings about that.
It's almost like when you turn on one of those talk shows. I'll use The View as an example. When you turn on The View and none of the original hosts are there, and you're like, this just seems like a whole different show.
Right?
So, I think when we first started this, I had this weird thought process that I had to be in every episode. Like, how could you do an episode without me? That's just rude.
Yeah, you didn't like to do it like when I'd be like, well, I can do it without you. And I can always read his. I'm like, okay, Tommy, no, you don't want. And then he finally got sick or something,
Yeah.
and he's like, just do it.
No,
I was
you
like,
wanted to do Passions, and I was like, I really
That's
don't care
right.
about Passions.
that's right. I wanted to do Passions.
But now I'm kind of just like you said, I'm tired. And it's nice to have the content, and if other people want to do it, you do whatever you want. Record your hearts out, and they sure do.
Eric is
I only
the
host one show technically.
Right?
I think that's
I
great.
only host one show technically.
Yeah, but you're on pretty much all the other.
I'm on all of that, but like if you're talking main host about a thing, As the World Host is the only thing that I host. I'm a co-host in every other one.
Yeah, everybody kind of has, except Karen. Karen just kind of like chills, and she's like there for the ride. And Dana.
There
Dana's
we
cool.
go.
When
I'm
we
also
started
talented.
the show- when we started the show, it was we want to find people like us who were so into soaps. Granted, I did not know that people could be more into soaps than you and I were. Learned
We were
that.
wrong. We
We
were
were very wrong. I was like, oh, that's it. I just didn't get out there enough to find out where there are other people who could put me to shame with trivia when it comes to soaps.
wrong.
for sure.
Do you know how far back my digital footprint is?
I mean, as far as
That
like
involves
message
soaps.
boards, like with what?
Woast.
I don't even know what that is.
The World of Soap Opera Themes. It was a website in like around 2000. That was the very first website I was ever on
Oh,
when I
wow.
got the internet in 2000.
Okay.
And I was like 14, 15 at the time.
Okay.
I was a baby. I had no business talking about soap operas.
Probably to some creepy stranger too.
There's a bunch of creepy strangers that turns out that one of them is now on Daytime Confidential. So
Okay.
I used to frequent like a specific like fan page. It was a Philip and Chloe fan page, and I used to be on their message board all the time because it was Philip and Chloe all the time. But I also, if we're gonna go back that far, would frequent the Soap City message boards, which were
Soap
like
City, oh my gosh, I
one of
think I
the
got
best
kicked out
worst
of
days
that.
of our lives.
Oh, see, I was the Soap Central. Like, I like to go to their message. I never commented. I was too nervous to because it was drained in my head. Like, be careful who you talk to online.
Oh,
They're gonna get
meanwhile,
you.
I'm on like Yahoo Messenger. Like,
How
the
old
whole
are
time.
you, Aaron?
I'm 30,
I was like 14, probably talking to 40-year-olds.
I'm 37. So
I'm 2 years older than you, and I definitely didn't get the memo.
well, I
So
don't
I
know what.
really grew up in poor Pennsylvania.
Well, I'm from a small town. It was like, ooh, you people you meet online are dangerous.
Also, Degrassi didn't get into my house until like 2006, 7.
Oh,
Whatever.
wow.
Yeah. It's because I didn't because it was remember it was on the end, and the
Yeah,
end was like
That's how I watched it.
That's how I
you have to
watched
pay
it.
extra for it. So
Mhm.
I kind of listen in the conversations about Degrassi. Like that
Mhm.
first episode was wild. That would have taught me.
when I was younger and we were picking the packages we wanted for satellite, my mom would let me cut. She's like, you know more. So I would make sure. I'm like, ooh, they got the end. We want this package. Like I would, ooh, there's SoapNet. This
SoapNet?
Mom. I still miss SoapNet.
Everybody
I
misses
miss SoapNet.
SoapNet.
Yes, I remember the classic soap channel, Candace.
Okay, so maybe you know the answer to this, Candace. There's a channel on YouTube that's posting Search for Tomorrow episodes, and in captions it says AOL. Is that what that was on? Was Search for Tomorrow Procter and Gamble?
Who knows?
Which-
I'll wait to see.
Candace is like a history book when it comes to soap.
He really is. I'm gonna check the chat.
She's having to go
Rest
back.
in peace, JT. Yup.
So I am curious. What's something you look forward to covering?
I've been
Um,
looking for dramas, K-dramas. Do some Korean soaps.
I am gonna watch a Korean soap because Dana really likes it.
Uh,
Yeah,
Um,
it will take you forever. It took me forever to get him to watch I Know Who Killed Sarah or whatever it was.
I watched it.
Yeah, finally, after I was like, Tommy, it is so good. You gotta watch it. Like,
Yes, so that was on the Procter and Gamble channel, the Search for Tomorrow.
you just have to keep on just
yeah.
poking them. Like,
Well,
That's what-
he's got his own design, so then I gotta like slip it in like in between. Like, just like,
So,
what about
We're
this?
probably gonna finish Dawson's Creek before the end of the year. Maybe we'll slip that in before One Tree Hill.
Yeah, I can always find. Sometimes you'll get like one that's short. It's not a very long storyline.
Mhm.
High drama, like ridiculous things happen. So it's kind of like
that's what I love.
Is it subtitles or is it dubbed in English?
there's both. It depends
There's both,
on which
okay.
one you get. But I will find a dubbed one, ease you in, and then if
Okay.
I can hook you, then we'll watch the ones with the.
That's how. What was it called? I Know Who Killed Sarah.
Mhm.
That's how it was a Mexican soap opera, but it was dubbed and you could change the audio on Netflix, so it would be dubbed.
Better to do the subtitles because you get a more clear translation of what they're
Mhm.
saying.
hmm
Yeah, if you listen to the dub on the one
Yeah,
we
but to
watched,
Probably.
it didn't match up all the time with the.
Yeah.
I'd always have to turn off the captions as I was
Oh.
dub because I was like, you're confusing me.
Yeah, I don't watch. I'm not a closed caption person, so
Oh, I
that.
love Kobe. I love
I love subtitles.
What was another one we watched? House of Flowers. That was really
House-
good.
Oh, I need to finish that too. I didn't
Yeah,
finish
me
it.
too.
There's so many. There's so
That,
many.
that is a theme.
my God,
What is
come
my
on.
brand is. I didn't finish that.
I got like 75% through that.
That's kind of what happens. Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're hitting the hour mark, so I guess we should wrap this up.
Oh.
Thank you for joining me to celebrate the 4-year anniversary, and
Congrats.
thank
Yes.
you.
Thanks for continuing the show on.
I mean,
You're welcome.
you're I still don't know how Eric got here.
Well,
I feel like he just showed up and was like, "I work here now," and we were like, "Okay."
he was in Tomorrow's New Day was because I knew him through Queers and Soaps.
But
So
how?
That's what I thought you knew him.
I thought you knew him.
Look, I don't know anybody.
No.
I don't know anybody in this chat.
I just
Are you
worked
kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
He must have been a mutual on like Twitter or Soap Twitter, and then we just started talking or something.
It was fate. That's all it knows. Just fate.
What Angel?
I was like, I was trying to add it up. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Probably
But it
the
was
same way.
fate.
Probably the same way we found you, Angel. Is probably through Soap Twitter.
Or
Yeah, that's how he found me. Like, I literally, he
same way
said,
we found Lynn.
I voluntold myself to cover poor Charles the Arcs, and that's where we're at.
The reason Lynn is so close is because
I don't even know how Lynn got here.
Oh, I do. Lynn messaged, like we were doing the Abbey scale, and he had messaged us.
I don't think it was.
Oh, you had just bought the Knots Landing DVD. You and John were
Yeah.
traveling.
Yes, I bought the DVD, and he's like, "Well, I've got the rest of the seasons if you want it." And I thought, why is this creepy man from the internet offering
That's
to
a stranger.
videos? It's like strange. It's like, come on. was like, I don't know what to tell him. I'm like,
But then when he answered back, I don't know if it's Tommy or if it's Aaron answered. So it took a while, but then I figured out it was Aaron.
it was me, because then I led you to Tommy, because I remember going, Tommy, I know someone who can get us.
But you and I, Aaron, fell down the Mac Apple hole really fast too and had
Yeah.
plenty of chats about that. Now I've got Tommy on that length too. I don't know if he's told you that, but yeah.
I know Lynn started out as my friend, and then Tommy stole him.
That's usually how that
He
works.
does.
That's how it goes in the soap world.
When I was Eric's friend and then I stole her. That's usually that's my MO.
Speaking of which, Eric just messaged us.
Well, I definitely want to come back for One Tree Hill. Or
Okay.
anytime you just need some,
It probably won't be till the new year, so you have time. So watch.
I was gonna say that gives me time. Tell me what you want to watch, so I have time to watch it.
I feel like he needs.
Well, we're gonna watch it together. We're
Yeah.
gonna watch it live.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Well,
there's no work. You
you
just
should
show up.
Just show up like 90210. Just show up.
I will have to say though, Dana, you'll have to give the first seven episodes for sure, and by episode 7, you'll be hooked on One Tree Hill.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you need to jump in like with us deep in it, so I'm like really entrenched in like how I feel about it, so then I can like go off because I probably will.
She will.
Oh,
You're
you're
gonna
gonna,
be like, are you sure you haven't seen her?
you're gonna have comments.
Oh, tons.
Definitely.
But all right, thank you to everybody in the chat for joining in and hanging out with us tonight for our
Thank you.
anniversary. Thank you to all of you for helping me co-host this show throughout the years.
Anytime.
Hopefully, we have a few more years on us, God willing.
I'll always be taken over by the wild superior named Eric, and then they'll just be queers and folks and one of the weird people.
That would happen. That would happen. Eric would be the one, the last one standing.
He'll get rid of that ass, and it'll just be Queer and Soaps. Be like when a son leaves the business and it's no longer
Yeah.
Wallace and Son. It'll just be.
As always, you can find us on all the socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great night. Bye.
Bye.